What's going on, guys? It's your boy Stunner Breezy, baby, coming to you live with another one. Another lit video, baby. Hey, man, I'm gonna get right to it. Y'all know this is No Fluff YouTube, man. I want to tell you my little story about how I got rich in crypto, man. A lot of people be asking me over and over and over. So I'm just gonna tell it in video form. I'm gonna do it in general terms. I don't get very specific because it's gonna take too long. We're talking about years and years of stuff, so I'm gonna get right to it. So this one time in band camp, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. Y'all, if you know where that's from, never mind. Wait a minute. But hey, man, it all started for me. I was in something called Backpage, which some of y'all, I told this story before, and some of y'all know what that was. But I wasn't doing that straight. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was flipping video games at the time. And they switched over to pay. You had to put on ads like, hey, I got this, Madden, 2K07 or whatever, for $50. You had to put in ads, but to pay for your ads, they started accepting bitcoins, and they just put S on it. It was called bitcoins back then. So, but you had to, man, it wasn't no Coinbase and not all that stuff, man. I had to get some kind of green card and take the number and scratch it off, and man, it was crazy. But anyway, long story short, the government sees that they shut Backpage down, and I had like the Bitcoin was cheap, and at the time I didn't think nothing of it. I had like 4.2 Bitcoins on them, and you know how much money that is today. But the government sees all that. I ain't want no part of that. Once you go to the site and that thing says FBI, this and the other contact, I ain't contacted nothing. So I let that go. That was my first foray into crypto. I didn't even know what it was. I just had to pay for my ad. So I was like, I don't care nothing about the internet, man. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, fast forward. Now I was a truck driver, right? So I was just, watching a lot of YouTube, and I saw a lot of crypto videos. I just started watching them. At the time, I didn't know what it was. The ICO phase was going. This was back in like 2016, 2017. That's back when the ICO phase was going on. Boy, and if you know anything about the ICO phase, that's when, boy, you talking about some losses, some L's? See, people that's getting in now, these little, man, I don't have no heart for y'all, because y'all don't even know what losses are, bro. If you back in crypto in 2016, 2017, 2018, those were losses with a capital L. You see what I'm saying? Go check your MyEther wallet. Go check your MyEther wallet. Man, we got so many worthless coins. Some of y'all like, MyEther wallet, what is that? Exactly. But anyway, man, so getting into all them ICOs and stuff, bad, losing all my money. And then some called USI Tech came along. You could not tell me that wasn't the greatest thing since sliced bread. I thought USI Tech was the best thing ever happened to mankind. I was so sure USI Tech was the best thing ever. I borrowed some money I borrowed some money. I was broke. I ain't have it. Why? Those people talking about, man, you need a lot of money to get started doing that. Bro, I got started just like everybody else. Getting paid every Friday. Might put $20, $25 into something. If I have had a good week, might do 100. You know what I'm saying? Might have to skip a week. Just depends on how the bills went. We all got the same story, bro. Anybody can make it in crypto. But anyway, so man, I borrowed some money getting USI Tech. I mean, they were going around on yachts, and they was giving away cars, and they were showing their face and everything. Next thing you know, poof, be gone. Money gone, everything gone. Like nothing. Wasn't no email, wasn't nobody to call, wasn't nobody give my money back. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, this how this work. I bet, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people quit crypto when they lose money. I kept going. So then, that's when like proof of weak hands came. That's when I first kind of made a little money, but I ain't had no money. So I was dealing with like, 0.1 ETH, you know what I'm saying? ETH was like $200. So I'm dealing with like 0.1 ETH, 0.2 ETH, but I made a little money, right? So then Tron came along, right? So Tron comes along around this time. I started watching Trayvon. I've been watching Trayvon a little more, but before that, but this one, he was like the first one in Tron and showing everybody how to get on and stuff like that. All right, cool. But then I wasn't making no money. I was watching it, but I wasn't making no money. I was doing what he said do. He was making a lot of money, but I wasn't making no money. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is I got into a full out war with the people over at Gun DJ about Trayvon. My man, Crypto Wonder. Check him out on YouTube. Man, we got to a full-fledged fight because I was backing Trayvon. And he was like, man, I'm telling you, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they bad guys. They just got to do better. Him and Craig. Nah, man. But anyway, I finally saw the light. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember all that Trump, the Lambo Lotto and all that stuff, losing money, Black Pearl, all that stuff, man. You know, I'm like, what's going on? But then, right toward the end of that, Bankroll came along. See, the Bankroll y'all know now, it was on Tron, and the first one was called just simply Bankroll. Right? That's when Bank Teller first came out. Nobody knew he was and that, but Bankroll paid 3% a day, every day. It was going good. And then, but you know, it couldn't be sustainable. But it lasted like 2 months. So you kind of doubled your money on that, and that's how the Bankroll platform started. So that's when made a little money on that, right? Now, fast forward, Tron Chain came. That's when it really took off for me. You know what I'm saying? Tron Chain. When Tron Chain came, that's when I kind of broke off from Trayvon. Like he was doing some other stuff and all. Like, man, let me do my own thing. That's when I started making money. Tron Chain came along, and then Flow came along. Flow was the drip of his time, bro. Flow was doing so awesome. We were making so much money. Then Bank Teller just went off the rails, man. Like he sabotaged your own. To this day, nobody can explain that. Even Crypto Slow, nobody can explain the reactor. Nobody. It doesn't make sense. Like, well, why would you sabotage your own, the best thing in crypto? Unless the money going back to you, I don't get it. But anyway, making a long story short, that came and went. Now, in the background, this other thing was bubbling, right? And this is what happened. While all this is going on, this thing called Hex was going on, right? Now, I've been following Richard Hart for a long time. He was traveling the world, but he used to love Bitcoin. He turned on Bitcoin. He used to love Ethereum. He turned on Ethereum and made his own coin, Hex, right? On the Ethereum network. But everybody was saying he was a scammer. He gonna take your money, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I gotta do my own thing. Crypto is solo sport, baby. So I was on that, and slowly but surely, my whole YouTube channel became Hex. It was me, Craig, another white dude, and some kind of foreign dude. We was the only ones really talking about Hex. Trayvon didn't like Hex. He didn't get in Hex till like day 9, something like that. You know what I'm saying? People can't have revisionist history now. You know what I'm saying? You could be all about Hex now, but I was there in the beginning, day 1, before day 1. But anyway, so this was bubbling in the background. And nobody knew nothing about no lobby, no sacrifice. And what are you talking about? All that stuff came out of Richard's head, bro. It didn't make any sense at the time, but I was on it. I was in it. And Craig was I think the original, OA or whatever was the number 1 referrer, and then Craig was number 2, and then I was number 3. I was a nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I was talking about Hex. My channel became Hex all day, every day. And I became the number 3 referrer in Hex. But I was putting all my money in the Hex too. My own money. Everything I had, I was putting in the Hex, right? So we building up this Hex. Next thing you know, it's like you don't know you rich until something like happens. It's no one day that you know that you're rich. You know what I'm saying? It's like you look up one day, you look at your check, and you look at what you got coming in on passive income, you're like, I'm making more over here than I am on my job. That's how, it's like, and it just goes from there. You know what I'm saying? That rich is a relative term. Like, it just, to me, it's time freedom. I could care less about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because, after Hex came Drip. And, Drip just put it over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first heard about Drip, Forrest called me, I was at McAllister Deli with my feet kicked up eating a salad with some flip-flops on. You know what I'm saying? Drip came out in April. I quit my job in February. You see what I'm saying? I was already rich. You see what I'm saying? Hex did that. Especially after big payday, when you got double everything, and then the price kept going up. And so that's how, really, in a nutshell, how I got my money. You know what I'm saying? Like Tron Chain. Well, actually, Proof of Week has. You know what I'm saying? They would make a little money. Tron Chain. A little bit come and go in between that, but you'll make it, lose. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You'll make some, put it in something else and lose it. You'll make some, put it in and lose it. But Tron changed when I really started making a substantial, income, and then Flow took it past that when I was making real good money. And then, Hex. Because, I was making money with Hex, but I was a Hexican. Like, I wasn't even selling. Like, I said a little bit, what I'm saying? Just a little something, just to, say I got some money. But it wasn't until, like, all my stakes started ending. And you end the stakes, and you're like, wait a minute. And you didn't put that much in now, and you ending the stake for $12,000. Then you got another stake ending tomorrow for $18,000. Another stake ending the next day for $7,000. Another stake ending the next day for $11,000. You ending all these stakes, like what in the world? You know what I'm saying? That's like, you got $100,000 and you still got $1 million worth of stakes. And that's just what you got staked. That ain't what you got in your wallets. So Hex, Hex put me over the top part, and it still is. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And with Drip now, it's like Drip is absurd. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to talk about that in the next video, because that's a whole new beast. You know what I'm saying? Drip is absurd. But anyway, man. So that's kind of the story. You know what I'm saying? Of how I got rich in a tight nutshell. But the moral of the story, man, is to keep at it. So many people I know stopped because they lost a little. I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say little because it probably won't live to them. But I'm talking about $25. $50. People trying to turn $20 into $10,000. Bro, it take time. Keep going. Even if Drip ends today, don't stop. Just keep going. Because I know go look around. A lot of people are making a lot of money in crypto, bro. But you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep swinging. And I would have got rich a lot earlier had I put more in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the sledgehammer mentality. Anybody know me? Know I bring my sledgehammer. I brings it. If I like something, I get in early. I'm putting all I got. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, like the video, comment, subscribe. Holla back at your boy, man.